Good morning, guys, and welcome back to T2SMC Trader. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Everything is good. Okay, some people are over here. Tamimi, good morning, brother. Jaid, good morning. Now these days, the lunch hour is more beautiful rather than the AM session. Yesterday I just took the buy from this gap, mitigated all of my losses, end up with $700 profit. So actually, I didn't hold the trade over here. I went with the 5 micro contract around that area, and from here I just added 3 more micro contract by trailing the stop loss and closed the trade to this old last gap. So it actually mitigated all the losses this small run and gave me $700. I just didn't hold this whole trade until the buy side liquidity, which was over here. And the 2 p.m. the what to say, the FOMC news was just absolutely bullshit. I was watching the market as well over here. I was expecting this 2 p.m. FOMC will decide the direction actually, but absolutely there nothing happened. So this is really so difficult when you have some big news ahead of you, CPI, FOMC, NFP, this type of news, and there is nothing happened. All the day you will be very afraid what is going to happen, what is going to happen, and then finally there is nothing happened. Disaster. So, however, I really don't know what to say, but rather than the morning session, all other session is really so beautiful except the morning session. If you see like today's what to say, the AGA session, this run around the AGA session, like so beautiful run. Build the buy side liquidity, fall, take all the liquidity, then fall one more time, retrace one more time, keep going higher for this buy side liquidity here, including the London session. However, London session had a beautiful relatively equal highs and sell setup around that area. So if any of you got that, that's cool. But again, the morning session is disaster now these days. Hey Jamil, bom dia, muito bem, obrigado, senhor. Tudo bem? Hey team, good morning. Grand rising, brothers and sisters. Grand rising. It should be. It should be. However, I would love to see what is happening in this market from the very area, like from here. Gonna clear everything actually. So it's gonna be a very small. If you guys remember, I told that have this buy side liquidity here. Very simple thing from the very beginning, okay? But the session is bit difficult now these days to trade around the morning session. This is the sell side liquidity from this market. Buy side there, sell side here. When this order block get verified, I'm the bearish order block by this candle. So when this order block has been confirmed, I was interested to see this low to be taken from my daily chart, and I clearly told that I don't want to see this market to clear this low, because if it is been cleared, then market will come here somewhere. So I don't want to see this to be taken. It has cleared this one and then started to go higher. I hope this time market is not going to do any kind of drama here. Instead of that, market will simply go for this relatively equal highs. More importantly, for the all-time high, which is over here. So I'm just going to mark it as a green line, blue line. So it will go for this all-time high. I hope so. Okay. Again, I hope so. Yesterday candle was absolutely a indecisive candle. That means some people who use the retail logic, they see this as a doji candle. So something like that, right? Doji candle or morning star. I don't remember the exact name. And then they expect this market will go the opposite side. However, I'm not an uh, retail trader. I'm an ICT trader, and I'm watching on my left hand side, and I'm seeing here a beautiful bullish order block. The 50% of this bullish order block was the mean threshold. Previously, market didn't touch the mean threshold, went higher, fall back, trade that mean threshold of that bullish order block here, rejected from the so beautifully. So far, this is a beautiful bull candle over here. From the hourly chart, I was more interested to see this market to fall for this last parallel gap from the hourly chart. Actually, that was the most logical level to me to fall, but actually market didn't do that. Instead of that, market fall until here. I have something around that area, and then market actually keep going higher. Oh, sorry, not here actually. Around the retracement, I have something over here. However, this market has cleared almost every single sell side liquidity around that area. Didn't respect this bullish cap anymore. I was expecting it is not going to be respected. Instead of that, market simply went higher. Now, if I really force the market, maybe I'll find some sort of something here. I don't know. Maybe from the 4 hour chart. Let me see actually if I have something from the 4 hour chart. Okay. So from the 4 hour chart, absolutely nothing. Nothing actually, except the bullish order block as well from the daily chart and from the 4 hour chart. Both of them has been traded over here. But from the hourly chart, if it could trade this bullish gap, that could be the best case of scenario. But market didn't do that. It didn't tap to this bullish parabolic from the hourly chart. Instead of that, reversed from there. Coming back to 15-minute chart, and from the 15-minute chart, this was the gap I was talking about yesterday's lunch hour. So when this market came to this gap from the 15-minute chart, look at the rejection from the 50% of this 15-minute bullish gap. So beautifully rejected from there. Come back again, tap to the top of this 50-minute gap, then grand rising. And so far, this is going higher. All I need to see, do I have any buy side liquidity? Unfortunately, I don't have any buy side liquidity. Do I have any sell? I mean, do I have any sell side liquidity? I have thousands of the sell side liquidity, like lot of sell side liquidity. For now, I will mark this sell side liquidity because this is too clean to me. I'm seeing this sell side liquidity here. That is too clean to me. Okay. By the way, is there any problem? No, there is no problem. So this is a sell side liquidity around here, and above this relatively equal highs over here, market came until that area. So did it build any sort of buy side liquidity around that area? I'm gonna also look for that. So here, this is a high, and that is a high, which is a shallow run, has been cleared. Honestly, this to be taken one more time. Now, as I'm expecting this market will go higher, I need to make sure that there is no simple kind of bearish period that is holding. Okay, market is holding. There should not be any sort of bearish period. So for now, I can see this gap from this top to this bottom over here until this bottom. From here to here in this specific leg, which I'm talking here to here. In this leg, have the bearish gap around that area, just this area. Okay. So I'm going to remove this one more time and gonna mark this bearish gap from the hourly chart. Above this bearish gap, I don't have any other bearish gap. Now you can say there is a small gap, which is like some handle gap. I really don't look for this type of gaps. Instead of that, I'm seeing this gap as my last fair value gap. Okay, over here. So here from the hourly chart, so far you can see this candle didn't close above this last gap. So it is still holding the market. This gap is still holding the market. For example, so far this is a bull candle, but maybe before closing this candle, it will close below this gap. If it happens, I can't look for the buy as long as this gap is not broken. So from the hourly chart, this is the hourly last gap. Even though I'm thinking this is going to go higher, I can't look for the buy as long as this gap is not broken. Instead of that, from 15-minute chart, this sell side liquidity is too clear to me, and market has cleared almost 99% of the buy side liquidity. So it can fall for this sell side liquidity. And if I go for the regular trading hour, right now the market is over here. Okay. So this is the closing from yesterday. This is gonna be the opening around here somewhere. So there will be a bullish opening gap. Right now, this market is trading this regular trading or opening gap, which I'm going to mark, which is actually still need to fill. So from here to here, and going to mark the quadrant level. So in my opinion, what I'm thinking right now, I'm going to remove this line. Can the market, after opening, trade the 50% of this regular trading hour opening gap that is still not filled? Okay, so it's still unfilled. Here I have another regular trading hour opening gap, which I'll mark later if the market actually keep going higher. But right now, around 9:30 open, can the market touch the 50%, then start to fall for the sell side liquidity, or does it really would love to keep going higher? Overall, I'm bullish, but I have to find out how the market is going higher. Okay, for example, if the market keep going higher from here, I'm not able to take any short of buy. Why? Because market has already moved a lot toward the buy side liquidity or whatever I have. I have actually buy side liquidity here, and I think this extreme buy side liquidity, I have some buy side liquidity there. But around that area, I don't have any buy side liquidity around that area. Okay, no, simply no buy side liquidity. As I don't have the buy side liquidity and market has already cleared a lot of internal buy side liquidity, I can't simply take the buy because it's gonna be a chasing market. Now you'll say, brother, this is the 50 minute chart, hourly chart, so nothing is going to happen from 1 minute chart. So 1 minute chart will take some liquidity and then it will start to go higher. I don't think like that way, because if I were a swing trader, I would see this market has already moved a lot toward the buy side liquidity. So it's kind of around the 50% of this dealing range. So this high, that low, this is around the 50% or 6 on 8 level, around that area, which is a beautiful zone for some sort of retracement. So from here to here, if I go for the 6 on 8 level, you see this 6 on, what is that 6 on 8 level is over why it's like that way. I have to look it like this way. So from here to there, this is the 50%. Yeah, this is the 50%. I'm doing something wrong, I guess. Let me mark it one more time. From here to here, this is the 6 on 8 level. So far, this market is trading around that zone from the hourly chart, aligned with this hourly bearish gap. Does the market really would love to some kind of retracement before going higher, or just it keep going higher? If it keep going higher, it's kind of really impossible for me to trade because I'm going to chase the market. But if it retraces a bit, that's going to be awesome. Even if it failed to take this sell side liquidity and maybe trade the gap over here or take this low over here, which is aligned this bullish fair value gap, maybe take this low, then started to go higher. That would be awesome. Still, I need to see this gap to be broken. As long as this is not broken, this gap from the hourly chart last gap, I just can't simply go for any sort of trade, buy trade. So for me, even though I'm bullish, I need to look for sell at first before going higher. If it keep going higher, I'm not interested to chase the market. So I will go for the 1 minute chart, and from the 1 minute chart, do I have any buy side? I have some buy side liquidity here, which I'm going to mark right now around there. This is the relatively equal highs aligned with the old opening gap, regular trading hour opening gap 50% here. So my intention, can the market go higher, take that line, take this buy side liquidity, then fall? Or does it wanna keep fall at first, then go higher? So as the market open, I'm going to go for the regular trading hour opening gap, which is over here. Today's regular trading hour opening gap. Open here, gonna mark the quadrant level, make it bit thinner so that I don't get confused. Coming back to this area, and we'll see if it can fall, or does it want to take this buy side liquidity at first, then fall. Just something like tough to take the decision. Here, this sell side liquidity is really so beautiful. That clean liquidity is really so awesome. Uh, Now these days, the market is tough to read, unfortunately. It's really so tough to read. For now, I will wait with the regular trading hour opening. I mean, regular trading hour. That's actually easier for me to understand what is happening in this market. Yeah. Old opening gap, 50% buy side liquidity, upper quadrant high. New regular trading hour opening gap, 50% upper quadrant, lower quadrant, sell side liquidity here. What the intention market has to do at first? Yes, is extremely bearish. So the NQ, YM is also bearish. Every single SA market is bearish. Can it fall? Reflect and grow. Hey brother, good morning. Danchi, good morning. Miki, news at 10. We have a news? I don't think so. Do I have a news? Unemployment claims it, like today's Thursday. It was around 8:30. So I don't see any news around there. I should be safe. However, this market is right now trading a bullish fair value gap from the hourly chart, and also there is an hourly bullish order block that has been uh, trade is going to be traded actually. It didn't been traded yet. Good morning, Suzivan. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. 81 people are watching, 13 likes. Can you please push the like button? I will stay until the lunch hour today as well, because now these days lunch hour is more beautiful. So if I don't find any setup around the AM session, which is going to be a beautiful setup, I will try to take a trade around the lunch hour. Before yesterday, I mean the day before yesterday, around the lunch hour, we have found a beautiful setup. Yesterday, after I closed the stream around the lunch hour, that was an awesome trade. So even like some few days, I'm watching the lunch hour is more beautiful rather than the AM session. So I'll see if I find something good around the lunch hour as well. If I don't see something good around the AM session, then and it's more confident for me to take the trade around the lunch hour rather than the AM session. I'm feeling so much confident to take entry around that area. Gotcha. I failed to hit the like button. Done. Thank you so much, man. Team. Yeah, I like just asking like 79 people are watching, 23 likes. Can you guys just push the like button? That's all, man. It's free. Okay. You don't need to worry about paying something, or it's not going to take anything from your account if you push the like button. The buy side liquidity, old new week of regular trading or opening at 50%. Can it come here then fall, or does it really would love to go higher? I need the confirmation at first that it is bullish or it is bearish. As long as I'm not finding it, I'm not going to take any trade. It's kind of 50-50 to me. I would look for I could keep looking for the buying opportunity if at the beginning market fall and trade this 50%, maybe I would be able to look for the buy. But in this area, taking buy is absolutely risky to me. Like here, market is already too high, okay? It's in too far from the hourly chart. So it has decided to trade the 50% and take that buy side liquidity. Good thing. Any sort of selling opportunity, I'll try to take that. However, if you find any setup, please share it with us. Do you see any setup? Let us know that. YM is still bearish and NQ is extremely bullish. ES is also bullish. There is an SMT as well with ES and NQ. There is a small SMT, bearish SMT by the way. Let me know if you find any setup. What is your bias today, guys? What do you think where the market will go? Is that bullish? Is that bearish? This is not a random level, okay? This is a very beautiful line over here from the old opening gap, which is not filled 100%, okay? Here, this candle low, this candle high here. There is a small area, portion of the area that is not filled yet. So market has the liquidity void over here. This is the buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart. I prefer to take this buy side liquidity, or not leaving this buy side liquidity open like that way. We'll take it. Then maybe there will be some sort of fall. Marquis tapped 15-minute fair value gap. From 15-minute chart, are you talking about a bullish fair value gap or bearish fair value gap? Because I don't see any bearish fair value gap over there, but I can see some sort of bullish fair value gap is over there. Market tap to this bullish fair value gap here, and then it's going higher. I'm watching all of these markets over here, like 50-minute chart, hourly chart, ES market, YM market. What is happening over here? So the liquidity has been cleared. The buy side has been cleared from 1-minute chart. There is no bearish P data, by the way. From the hourly chart, if I add the volume imbalance, I think there is a gap, small gap from the hourly chart. I'm going to mark that gap. A small gap, actually. I don't look for this type of gap, but as I have that, I'm gonna mark that. However, I didn't notice this gap before. Now I can see there is a gap. That's going to be broken as well. I mean, it seems like it's going to be broken as well. This is that gap I'm talking about. And I'm going to remove this hourly gap. Gonna keep this gap over here. Not in rush to go for a trade or something like that. No. I'll simply let this go if it keep going higher. But if it start to fall, I think I'll find a selling opportunity. Okay, within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within 10 minutes, market has already moved nearly 200 handle. Just by 10 minutes, 200 handle. Hmm. Okay, Marquis, you are bull. Damn, I missed it. No worries, man. Bearish fair value gap in 4-hour chart. Bearish fair value gap in 4-hour chart. Let me check, brother. Hmm. That's more beautiful actually. And the hourly chart is bit messy, so it's better to mark the 4-hour chart. Thank you so much, brother, for showing me this. Okay, because the hourly chart is really too messy over here. I forgot that I should go for the 4-hour chart. Thank you so much for saying that. It's a very nice fair value gap from the 4-hour chart. So let's see if it can provide some sort of reaction from this 4-hour bearish gap. I actually use the 4-hour chart if the hourly chart is bit messy over here. We are in a 4-hour bearish gap. Thank you, Foner, for saying that. 29,963 is Tuesday unfilled opening range gap. 29,963. 963. So until there, until here. I can see the opening gap high is here. That is still unfilled, which is 931. However, as I have this high time frame point of interest, I prefer to take any sort of selling opportunity from there. So now it's my time to think about a sell. If I find a selling opportunity, I'm gonna take that sell. Unfortunately, I can't use any sort of bearish order block. I can actually, but it's gonna be so difficult or to put the stop loss. So let the bearish order block to go. Instead, wait for the either for the 22 RIT model or the inversion fair value gap. And if I look for the inverse gap, I don't see anything good over here as an inverse gap. Let me mark the bearish gap because if it build this gap, by the way, very small gap, so not going to mark it. And that's the gap, could be my target. From the daily chart, do I have anything? Look, the market is here, okay? It is started to run from there. Right now, market is here. Taking buy, just think about that, okay? If before pushing the button, think one more time where you are taking the buy. You are taking the buy at the top of the run, which is extremely expensive price action. So market tap to the upper quadrant of the regular trading hour opening gap so far. Not bad. Before taking the buy, think twice, brother, where you are framing the buy. I think today is the day where I have to wait like until 10 a.m. before taking any sort of buy. Sorry, sell or buy, whatever it is. That's an order block that is respecting. You need something that is very clean. Okay, so something like you have some buy side liquidity over there, so you can chase that buy side liquidity. I don't have any buy side liquidity over here. No buy side liquidity. Okay, I have sell side liquidity, but I don't have any buy side liquidity. You have to wait for some setup retracement, take the sell side liquidity, give you some setup or model to take the buy. Market is going higher because it has tapped to the higher time frame point of interest. It doesn't mean that you are going to take the buy because there is no buy side liquidity, there is no model, there is no setup, but you want to take the buy. Just why you are pushing the button. Don't do that. And market just opened. Okay, so it's not something like you are going to miss everything. The whole day is ahead of you. I'm only interested to take the sale, so I'm waiting to see if there is any sort of selling opportunity. First of all, this is a trading the 4 hour, not hourly actually. This is 4 hour. Why I'm using 4 hour? Because hourly chart is bit messy. So this is a 4 hour bearish fair value gap, upper quadrant of the opening range gap, regular trading hour opening gap, upper quadrant, 4 hour gap 50%. Can it fall? I have this sell side liquidity here from the 1 minute chart and the whole opening gap from today where market rejected to touch the upper quadrant as well. I mean, if it could tap to this upper quadrant and then keep going higher, that could be acceptable. But as it didn't do that, I'm not going to use. Okay, however, I have found a inversion fair value gap already. So if the market close below this gap now, I'm gonna take the sell from this gap. So something like this. If it do that, I'm gonna take the sell at least until for this gap. From this, if it is going to be an inverse gap, it will keep going higher. I'm not going to touch it. There is a small 50-minute gap as well above this, but it's actually around the zero level. So until here, I don't need to worry about that right now because it is trading the 4 hour gap so far. So if it went through this and touch here, then I'll look for that 50-minute bearish gap as well. Look at this. Actually, I'm wrong. Sujivan is right. This is not the low. The low is here, here. Okay, not there because this is before the market close. This low is before the market close. Then market has closed over here, so that should be the low. So yeah, Sujivan, you're right, brother, not me. Absolutely, man, you're right. So the upper quadrant is over here, not there. Yeah, I'm wrong, brother. You're right. 29,904 new week opening gap low. 29,904. Okay, I have the new week opening gap low as well. That's also good. 29,974 is not a buy side liquidity. 29,974. I mean, above this opening gap, I'm not watching them right now. Of course, there is some buy side liquidity, but from 1 minute chart. But above this zone, I'm not watching anything right now. So I'm watching this hourly gap and the regular trading or opening gap that is still not filled 100%. So I'm watching all of them right now. If it went through this, maybe it will go higher over there. But again, I'm not going to take any sort of buy to this area. Like look at this market, okay? Just look at this market. Market open here, came here around that area, and I'm trying to take the buy from there. Just look at this daily chart. Maybe, what do you think? How much is going to be the candle size? Look, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, this candle, all of this candle. Okay, look at them and compare this candle with all other candles. Like it's similar, right? Something like this has already built a candle, look like other candles. So this volatile area market has already built. Maybe today is going to happen like this type of candle, maybe. But I don't know that because this is very rare, right? This type of candle is very rare. In other words, this is the normal candle size. So what should I expect over here? Some sort of retracement, not like keep going higher. However, guys, I have already told you what I'm going to do. If the market close below this gap, I'm going to take the sell from this gap. This is going to be my first trade for today. From here, 50 handle partial, I mean stop loss. I'm not going to put it 50 handle, but I'll move it later, okay? That's going to be my first trade, and I'm going to see where is going to be my first stop loss. I will move my stop loss at first, okay? Just going to cover the upper quadrant here. 26 handle is very small. So yeah, I will actually put it a bit higher, not exactly 27 handle, just around 28 handle. It's good, okay? My target is this last fair value cap, but of course I'll see if I can find a find some sort of 1:1 partial, which is 28 handle. So over here. Again, you don't need to copy my trade. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this market is going to stop me out. I'm just watching this setup from this inverse gap by putting my stop loss like above the upper quadrant of this bearish gap. Okay. So I'll try to take a partial around 1:1, which is gonna be there if it provide me that. I'll actually try to take the partial here around that area. That's more logical to me, this gap. So if it would love to reverse, it can reverse from there. So I'll try to take the partial here at first. I'll try another take partial here to this gap. And then finally I'll hold the trade until the 50% of this gap. So I'll go for the next partial to this gap there. And finally I'll try to hold the trade until this gap over here. I'm taking the entry from the inverse gap. As you can see here, market tapped to this gap, went higher, cleared this high, then closed below this gap. There is a small bearish fair value gap. As you can see here, I put my stop loss above the upper quadrant of this bearish gap. So even if it would love to trade the 50%, it is acceptable. And then I am expecting this is going to fall. But if you are in this trade, for example, try to take partial around 1:1, which is here. So if the market provide you the 1:1, try to take the partial around that area. Nice. Just stop me out. 28 handle, stop me out. Okay. Got the inverse gap, didn't work. Also, I had the market structure shift, bearish fair value gap. Still, also didn't work. So 22 YT model didn't work. Inverse gap didn't work. I'm watching again. Can it fall again? Otherwise, keep going higher, not going to touch it. Take that high. There was a model. Okay, guys. I saw that model. I took that trade. It didn't work. So you are extremely bullish. Now it has cleared the liquidity, market structure shift, another buy run to close the opening gap. I should start to think about a buy, but I'm just a bit worrying about the retracement. What should I do? I have already found the buying opportunity already. So if it is an extremely bullish market, clear the sell side liquidity, market structure shift, fair value gap. I'll see if there is a bullish order block, I'll take the buy again. Right now, I'm just not going to take the buy. I'll just watch. If it provide me any sort of bullish order block, I think I'll take the buy from this gap. So I'm gonna keep it over here and I'll wait for a bullish order block, because if it is extremely bullish and market really would love to go for like for the buy side liquidity or the extreme high without any sort of retracement, then I have to take the buy. I'll just watch if it provide any sort of bullish order block to take the buy. There was a logic to take the sell, okay, guys. I just didn't take the sell because I was expecting this is going to fall. I had 22 bearish model, also the inverse gap. Both of them were there. Market didn't work, just to stop me out. And that is absolutely logical. Now I will see if it build a bullish order block with this gap, because I'm really feeling so uncomfortable to chase the market. So I'll better wait for a confirmation to build a bullish order block to give me a entry. So market fall, take that liquidity here, market structure shift, fair value gap, build a bullish order block, then go higher. If it really would love to go higher, where it will go? Do I have any buy side? I think I have this buy side. So maybe it will go for that buy side liquidity. So let's see if it provide any sort of bullish order block so that I can find a buy for this buy side liquidity. I'm just not taking the buy from this 22 buy model just because market has gone so far. And if I see it from the hourly chart, like just open and keep going higher. This is really so tough. Yeah. So let's wait for the bullish order block. If it really would love to work with the buy side liquidity, then I'll try to take the buy from the bullish order block. Otherwise, any sort of selling opportunity, I'm not going to wait for any sort of confirmation. Simply will go and take the trade. Worst case of scenario, I'll miss the trade. By the way, that was a nice trick actually. I think it was inducement. But that was a very nice displacement as well. After clearing all the buy side liquidity, trading the upper quadrant, then beautiful lower market structure shift, fair value gap, also the inverse gap. Everything was perfect over here. Even though I got trapped over here, but that was a beautiful sell setup. At least until to this gap. But this is what it is. 15-minute chart is bit weird. I mean, fall, trade this bullish gap, perfectly closed here, open, come until here, and then keep going higher. I'm thinking two things. First of all, can it build a bullish order block for this buy side liquidity? Can it go through this gap and build a bearish order block to take a sell? I'm just waiting for both of them. Look, my loss is not going to hurt a lot. Okay, it's $175. Even if this is a loss, it is still in my control. I'm not losing a lot of money over here. So when you are trading something, you have to make sure that the loss is in your control. As long as it's in your control, you don't need to worry about anything over there. For example, I took that sell with 10 micro contract and my stop loss was above here 80 handle. So it's kind of like $1,600. So I'm already like fed up. I'm frustrated because this is kind of a loss. I won't be able to mitigate. But $175 loss at the beginning of the run with a beautiful setup, still this is convincing. Okay. So I will be able to mitigate that loss. I hope so. That's why I keep saying, like, don't over leverage, don't over trade. Try one or two times. If it works, good. If it doesn't work, you took some losses, stop over there, come back tomorrow. If you don't see something very beautiful, like best setup, like around the lunch hour, yesterday's lunch hour, that was so beautiful, like so clean. Team, see how this 4 hour candle close. I think it's going to close as a bull candle, I guess. Yeah, 1 minute, 2 minute left actually. So that's going to close above this 4 hour gap, I guess. From the hourly chart, I have a very small gap here, one handle, two handle gap, something like that. If it started to respect, I'll be crying because that is something I don't like to mark. Those type of small gaps. Let's say okay, it's reached new week opening gap. So there is some kind of new week opening gap as well. That is also good. Above it, below C of 4 hour fair value gap. Mhm. We have a 15-minute last fair value gap just above the Tuesday unfilled opening range gap. I think you're talking about this. Right now, this market is trading here. I'll mark that later, okay? If it really interested to go for this buy side liquidity from 1 minute chart, I will mark that gap after this. But right now, this is important, okay? So I'll see. I'm not thinking this is going to fall right now. I'm just waiting to see if it really would love to build any sort of bullish order block with this gap. If it do that, I think I will try to take a buy. Otherwise, if it violate this gap, then and only then I will start to think about sell again for this gap, and eventually for the 50% of today's opening gap. If it break this gap without clearing this buy side liquidity by reacting from this 50-minute gap. So this is the first candle of the new hour, new 4 hour, new 15-minute, new 1 minute, new 5 minute, new everything. Let's see how it is going to work at first. We are in new week opening gap for this week for your information. That is a good sign. Maybe it will fall now. We'll see. But again, I'm saying as long as this gap is not broken, I'm not going to take any sort of sell. I will keep waiting to see does it really would love to build any sort of bullish order block. Maybe I'll let the buy go. Maybe I'll let the buy go. But I'm not going to take the sell. Even if there is some kind of bearish PDRs over there. I can't take the sell as long as this gap is not broken. Because market fall, take this liquidity, failed to trade any sort of bullish PDRA, gave another market structure shift, fair value gap, still the bullish order block didn't been built. So it can fall one more time to this gap just to build a bullish order block and then keep going higher for this buy side liquidity. So I'll watch it. No setup till now. That's awesome, brother. I had a setup actually. I don't know how you guys see it. I'm seeing it here. Beautiful market structure shift, one of the best market structure shift, fair value gap, or the inversion fair value gap. All of this area was a beautiful sell setup to me. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So I got like 28 handle loss with 3 micro contract. Now I'm waiting because now I don't have the setup. I'm going to remove this 4 hour gap because it has already been broken. You can see here the 4 hour gap has already been broken from 4 hour chart. So I don't need to use this gap anymore. I don't need that gap anymore. And I'm going to keep this 50-minute gap, which is over here. And above here, I have another 50-minute gap. I'll just mark it if this buy side is taken. Then I'll mark it. Otherwise, I'll just keep this 50-minute gap, which is called the entry gap. And more importantly, this entry gap never been traded. So it can give me the reaction. It doesn't need to do that, obviously, but it can give me that because it's never been traded. Last gap, entry gap. If any of you are interested to take the sell right now, go for it. Trading the new week opening gap. It has a high probability to fall. If I watch this daily candle, it seems like it has already moved a lot. How long do you want to go? So you should fall now. Uh, from 1 minute chart, this is the problem. I can't go against this gap. Like here, I will be able to force the market. I don't want to force the market, to be honest, brother. I don't want to force the market because it can simply build a bullish order block, keep going higher for this buy side liquidity to trade the 50-minute last gap. So I think this is 50-50. If I frame a sell over here, it's a 50-50. Mm, To me, this is extremely bullish now, even though this market has moved a lot. So I have to let the buy go, but I can't even take the sell as well. So it's kind of, what should I do? Do nothing. Still now the market didn't build any sort of bullish order blocks. Still I'm not thinking that this is a this is a buying opportunity or selling opportunity or something like that. No, nothing. All I can do is I can mark the liquidity market is building. So I have this support zone over here, this sell side liquidity, and 15-minute 50% is also beautiful. Who is in a trade right now? Buy or sell? Who is in a trade right now? I'm waiting, okay? If I don't find any other trade on this morning session, I'll try the lunch hour because now these days lunch hour is more beautiful rather than the AM session. So I'll try the lunch hour. So I'll try to be here as long as I'm not going to get the winning trade. But in the meantime, let me know who is in a trade right now. Guys, I was really interested to see the fall at first, but when this happened around that area, this happened, okay? I'm really so afraid to take any sort of sell right now, as long as this gap is not broken. So if this gap is broken, maybe I'll be able to take some sort of sell. But if it doesn't broke it, other than it build a lowest down close body close candle, closed above that lowest down close body close candle, tap to this candle, that is a high probability to take the buy for this buy side liquidity. Now, this is also a 50-50 because market has moved a lot without the retracement. So this is kind of tough moment to take the decision. Sell me. Okay, you took the sell. RD Hayat. RD Hayat. You are in a sell. Best of luck, brother. No trades yet. Congratulations, team. You have done a good job. Who else is in a trade? Tell me that. Tamimi, you are in a trade? Or did you share the Discord link? Okay, that is our Discord link. Thank you so much for sharing the Discord link. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if any of you are new over here. 96 people are watching, 35 likes. So can you please push the like button? Please, please do that for me. Come on. No, first give us a trade, winning trade. We'll see, man. Wait for the high probability. Waiting for 1 minute SMT to sell. 1 minute SMT to sell. I can see a huge SMT already. Mhm. Remember, lowest down close body close candle can build a bullish order block. Maybe it will keep falling. I'm not going to take the sell as long as this gap is not going to be broken. So if you want to take the sell, please go for it. So I'm going to mark this gap here. Gonna keep that gap to see if I can find a buying opportunity. Sell is only valid if this gap is going to be broken. So if this gap is broken, I'll think about a sell. But as long as this gap is not broken, either I have to let the buy go or I have to try with a buy. But I can't take any short of sell right now. But you are good to go with any short of buy or sell, guys. Please take the decision. You should take the decision. This is the lowest down close body close candle, which is valid as an order block around there. If this candle closed above this order block, I can try this buy. I'm just a bit afraid. 25 handle. I think I'll take that risk. If it built this order block, I'll try to take the, I mean, I'll take that risk. But if it keep falling, I told you that as long as this gap is not broken, I'm not going to take any short of sell. No sell is valid to me. Okay. Now I have the consecutive order block. This two candle is the consecutive order block. This candle is not the order block. This two candle is the consecutive order block. I'm not asking any of you to copy my trade, but I will try this. If the body close above this line, I'm gonna try this buy. Let me see how much is gonna be $200 if I go with the 4 micro contract. $200, 175. That means overall $400 loss. Let's see that. Three consecutive order block. Brother, it is going to fall. I will wait to see this gap to be broken at first. Then I'll take the sell. How long? Until this gap over here. If this gap is broken, then I need the retracement. Retracement until 6 on 8 or 50% level. Until here, I need the retracement. Then I'll think about a sell. This gap will be broken at first. Then market will come the 50%. Then I'll take the sell. I'll miss the trade. I'll miss the trade. No problem. So this is going to close below this gap. Now I don't need to worry about the buy run anymore. So buy is done for me. Good. Now I'll be back with my old idea that market is going to fall. But all I need to do, I have to wait for a retracement before taking a sell. So I'm going to remove this over here and gonna rethink is here. So this is the 50%. I need some kind of retracement at first. Without retracement, this will keep falling, not going to touch it. Do I have any model over here? Simply nothing. Market just trade the 50-minute gap and then it is falling from there. No model, nothing over here. Going to chase it? Not, never. Tap to the 50-minute bullish fair value gap. This is the 50-minute bullish gap. I want to see some kind of reaction so that it can go until the 50%, at least 50%. More importantly, if it can reach until the 6 on 8 level. If it can reach any of this line, then I'll think about a sell. Didn't reach over there, not going to take any short of sell. Not thinking about buy anymore. I'm only interested about the sell now. But for taking a sell, I need the retracement, then the sell. Market structure shift, fair value gap, entry fair value gap, breakaway gap over here. So can it reach to the entry gap at least? Week will come until here, then I'll think about a sell. Doesn't give me the setup, not going to take the trade. I'm going to clean this mark here and I'm gonna keep it like this way. Came here, retrace a bit, fail to take this high, came here, keep falling. Don't touch it. Wait for the retracement, then go for the sell until this gap. You will get the retracement here and there. Let me actually mark the 50-minute gap. 1 minute is going to be back. This is that 50-minute gap, upper quadrant, 50% lower quadrant, low of the 50-minute gap. Wait for the retracement, then the sell is valid. Other than the retracement, no sell is valid. I know some of you are already in a sell. Would you consider 948 candle bearish breaker? No, there is no breaker block. Wait for the retracement. Even if you would love to take the sell, wait for the retracement. Okay, either the 50% or the 6 on 8 level. Any of this line need to be traded before taking the sell. So I have found a new 22 bear model. Market structure shift after clearing the buy side liquidity. New market structure shift. It has to come until the 50% or 6 on 8 level before framing another sell. I have the entry gap over here. Not going to push the button from this entry gap blindly. I'll wait for the order block to take the sell. Entry gap, breakaway gap. Okay. This is the breakaway gap. This is the entry gap. It has to reach either to this line or to that line. More importantly, trade that entry gap before taking any sort of sell. Alex, don't forget the first fair value gap. Yeah, this is that first presented gap, if I'm not mistaken. I think yeah, that is the. I'm saying that you have to hold the trade until this gap. Okay, to be honest. However, if it doesn't give me any the retracement, not going to touch this market. Simply I'll let this fall go without touching it. So from the daily chart, what did you say? This market fall until here and then it is retracing from there because comparing with this area, like this candle. That's why I was saying that taking buy is too risky. Unfortunately, the fall happened by building this trap without any setup. Simply there is no setup. 50-minute gap has been closed 100%. So I'm going to remove this 50-minute gap. Not that. I don't need that as well because that has already done its job and the 50-minute gap has already been closed. So I don't need that as well. Okay, came here. Don't touch it. This is unusual. Something is happening. Open your calendar, sorry, news and see what is happening actually. Something bad is happening. Come on, man. Don't fall like that way. Give us some trading opportunity. However, I have this extreme sell side liquidity. If it doesn't fall, keep falling like that and take this sell side liquidity. I believe that I'll find an opportunity. I need the retracement. Okay. Now the 6 on 8 level is aligned with this entry fair value gap. That is also good. First presented fair value gap is my next target. I entered sell 1009 candle when it dropped below C of the fair value gap to partial. Stop loss is in profit now. Congratulations, brother, for your big boom. This is the opening gap from today. Opening gap from today. This is the 50% lower quadrant low, and finally the sell side is over there. So let's see if it can reach until this level one more time. I need the retracement. Without retracement, no trade is valid to me. First presented gap, in other words, the last fair value gap is holding the market so far. Good. I want to show you another thing from the hourly chart. The first hour candle, boom. The second hour candle, boom. One candle, second candle. Not bad. From 15-minute chart to bull candle to bear candle. That is also good. Any of you'd love to take any trade, go for it, brother. I'm not interested to touch it as long as I'm not getting some sort of retracement. Like here, the weight going higher and the weight is falling. It's something like, say this something, how to say that? Like boom, boom. No touching market. Nothing like that way. You are in a cell here, and from here to here, it's more than 100 handle. Just by 1 minute, you got the boom. Just by 1 minute, you got 115 handle. Nothing like that way. You are in a buy here, and by 1 minute, it moved against you 100 handle. Difficult. Engineered the sell side liquidity so far. New sell side liquidity. So engineered the sell side liquidity here. In near to the upper quadrant of the opening gap. I need the buy at first, then the sell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scalp a buy over here right now. Let's see if it provide me that opportunity. I mean, this is the area where you should look for the 15-second chart. That is more easy to think about a small scalping buying opportunity. I'm going to remove this for now. I'm gonna keep it. This engineered sell side liquidity, first presented gap, entry gap, which is still unfinished business, breakaway gap can be left open, no problem. Need the retracement. Without retracement, no touching market. I have to have some retracement over here. I'm gonna take that retracement at first. Then I'll take the sell. Keep falling, not going to touch it. The way it was going higher, I was not able to touch it. The way it is falling, I'm not able to touch this as well. I need the setup. Unfortunately, it didn't. Okay. I'll wait to see if it provide another opportunity. Sell side is here. Come on, man, you're missing everything. I know that I'm missing everything, but if it falls like that, well, let this go, man. From the hourly chart, this is the bullish order block. Right now, this market is trading the bullish order block that has traded this hourly bullish gap here. So it is trading the hourly bullish order block. 15 minutes last fair value gap. I need the retracement until the 50%. I'm planning here to take a buy. So I will see if it provide me that retracement buying opportunity. Then I'll look for the sell again. In the meantime, I highly appreciate if it can leave some liquidity open over there. If it can do that, okay? So this low and that low are the relatively equal lows. All I need a setup over here to take a buy for the retracement. So let's hope for the best. I'll find that opportunity. I have to look everything over here. And first, I'm seeing this gap, which is an high probable opportunity. If I can use this gap, perfect. Let me see the volatility. 31 handle, not bad until here. I'll go with 3 micro contract. Come on, come on, come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if it doesn't close above this, I'm not going to take it. I'll miss it, I know that, but it's okay. But I need to see the body close above this gap so that I can take this buy. If it doesn't, I'm not going to take it. I think I'm gonna miss it. But I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm going to miss it. Retracement until the 50% at least. Okay, that was the idea. Here to here, this area that should be traded at first before falling and taking the sell side liquidity. At least over here, more beautifully until the 618. Now look at this. Here, market didn't close. I didn't take the buy because I'm missing the trade because market didn't close. I'm gonna let this go, man. You will say, brother, you should do that. No, it's called a kind of like gambling. I just don't want to gamble over here because like if it could close, I would be in this trade. I know what I'm doing over here. So there was a setup. It didn't work, even though there was a setup. It's absolutely acceptable. Now in this fall, I let all the fall go. I was planning to take the buy until here at least and holding the trade here or here until this area before falling again. But unfortunately, it didn't give me that opportunity. Just look at this beauty over here. I mean, if it could close above this gap, I'm already in this trade by putting my stop loss just below this candle. And then how far? Until this 50%. So far, it has already provided me 50 handle. Bad luck, man. Bad luck. Am I going to give up? Of course not. Keep watching. So I didn't chase the market. Instead of that, I'm catching the retracement. If I don't get the retracement, I will wait for the sell again from any of this area. Look for the sell again because this market left this sell side liquidity here. Right now, I'm thinking about an order block buy. Okay, so let's see two fair value gap logic here. Actually, I'm not able to take the buy here and cover this low because of the volatility. So I will wait for a two fair value gap order block opportunity. This is the first fair value gap over here in a very extremely bear model, bear market, you can use this two fair value cap opportunity. I should already enter over here. I'm not able to do that because I won't be able to put my stop loss over here. So I'll request the market, give me an order block so that I can take the buy by putting my stop loss below that order block. How long? Until the 50%, here, finally until there. If it doesn't build the order block, I'm gonna miss this trade and I will wait for the selling opportunity again. Okay. Man, this is something like very weird because this candle doesn't look like a beautiful order block, and I know that I should enter over here. I'm not able to do that because of the stop loss. Now this is going higher. I tried the buy here, didn't work. I was waiting for the water block, didn't work. I can't take the buy over here. I just know what the market is going, but there is no model. So I'm leaving it. When the market will be normal again, around October, November, you will see this magic like lot of times. Yeah, I know that I missed this sell, but I was going to take that buy. If I miss it from here, I'm gonna take it from there, and until I know what level I should hold it. This is the best level to fall again, maximum this or this line. So something like that. Unfortunately, I am going to miss them because of the volatility. And also you can see there is no water block opportunity as well. So, good man. Good. Any objection? I know you will say, brother, you missed the trade. Market is not providing the opportunity, so I'm missing the trade. Good. But my point is, my question is to you, are you getting the point? Why I didn't chase this market? This is called chasing market. Don't ever chase the market. It could reverse from this gap. It could reverse from this gap. It could reverse from this gap. Instead, it came until this 15-minute last fair value gap. Now it is reversing to the most logical level, 50%, 6 on 8 level, maximum until this entry gap. I'm not thinking about this breakaway gap, never been traded. I don't think so it will come over here. So if you find the opportunity exactly to the bottom with this 15-minute gap, or however, actually it worked with this order block. Yeah, 15 minute, 1 minute order block. So it actually worked with this order block. I missed it. Okay. Either way, I would not be able to take the buy here. Let me see actually how much was the volatility. 65 handle. So 35 handle. No, I have to cover this gap. 50 handle. No, I wouldn't be able to take this trade as well. But now I'm thinking about sell. Remember, I'm already done with the bullishness. I will only look for the sell now. No more buy is valid. Brother, market is coming here. Okay, then market will not provide me any setup. I'm not going to take it. What is your target? This low, that low. Sell side liquidity. And more importantly, the 50% of today's opening gap. What type of setup you are looking for? Inverse or 22 bear model? Are you getting the point, man? Will the viewers who haven't hit that like button please stand up? We are gonna have a problem here. If you forgot to show some love with a like, now is your chance to might it right. How many likes did I get? Okay, 121 people are watching, 44 likes. Guys, can you please push the like button? I'm explaining the price for free and you are going to give me the likes for free. Do it, man, for me, please. Just the likes, man. It's been nearly 3 years I'm doing it. And please push the like button. Just broke another 1 hour fair value gap. Next target is 564, 564, 564, 56. What is that? Okay, it's too far. Okay, yeah, of course it will go over there. But before that, you needed to be careful about this retracement. So retracement already done. I'm going to remove this gap. It's not important to me anymore, except if you would love to use it as a first presented gap. I'm not going to use it as a first presented gap, so I'm going to remove it. And I'm gonna watch here this gap, how it is going to respect this gap over here. Okay. So there. And yeah, perfect. So I need some kind of setup over here. First setup. This is gonna be the first setup. I'm going to keep it here. Oh man, please don't do like that way, man. Come on. First opportunity is like this. This is the first opportunity. It has to go higher, take this high, closed below this gap, then tap to this gap, then I'm gonna take the sell from there. Inversion fair value gap. If it doesn't happen, instead of that, market build a swing low here and then maybe came here or maybe take that high. I don't care. Okay, wherever it happened, and then shifted the market. Fair value gap. I'm gonna take the sell from that fair value gap for this sell side liquidity. If the market doesn't do none of them, instead of that keep falling, I'm gonna miss this trade as well. Brother, this is the inverse gap. Take the sell from here. Please go for it. This is not my inverse gap. I'm not going to take the sell from this gap. But maybe it will work. Maybe market will fall and I'm gonna miss this trade. I'm absolutely cool with that. I'm not going to take the sell. This gap doesn't have any value to now. Okay. So this gap is just done. it has no value. I'm also watching this two up close body close candle as a bearish order block, but that gonna be bit risky. Okay, so I'm gonna not going to touch them. I'm not going to touch them. Yeah, not going to touch them. So see if it can take this high and then closed below this gap so that I can take the sell from this gap, or if it come here then shift this low with a bearish gap so that I can take the sell from that bearish gap. I'll wait for these two scenario over here. Except these two scenario, I have no way to enter into this market right now. Except, except this is the order block that has traded this gap. Remember, I was waiting for an order block. Maybe this is that order block. Market now built. It will use this order block as a support and come until this gap before falling. If it happens, this is really disaster because lot of time you will see a consolidation over there. I will not be able to do that. So what I'm seeing here, can the market close above this line and then work this line as a support and come over here? Or does it really would love to fail to close above this candle and shift the low with a bearish gap? If it do that, like shift this low with a bearish gap, like I'll close my eyes, I'll take the sell from that bearish gap until this sell side liquidity and the 50%. It's not going to work. I'll let this go. Okay, man, I took two losses. It's not a good day for me. It's not my day. I'll come back tomorrow. But this setup, I'm waiting. It's not suddenly I'm seeing it. I was waiting for the retracement, right? So I got the retracement. Did it trade any logical level? 100% it has done that. Like 50% or like 608 level or this level, whatever it is. Did it trade any fair value gap? 100% it has done the fair value gap trading is done. Okay, absolutely it has done. Now, except one thing that is missing here, higher time frame point of interest. Now, as the market came from here, which is an higher time frame point of interest here, right? So it keep falling. I missed that run at the beginning of the run. So I'm going to transfer this level from here to here after the retracement. So I didn't chase the market. I waited for the retracement. Now I'm gonna use this retracement leg to take the sell. Does it make any sense, guys? So I'm watching, can the market fail to close above this high and then shift to the market structure? After closing above this line, if the shift market structure shift happens, that is also good. But if it close above this line, there is a high probability it will work as a support and market will come here before falling. This is really a tough moment for me because I can't control myself most of the time not to take this buy over here. Most of the time, I'm not able to control myself like this buy by taking some partial here. I really don't know what to say in this type of scenario. I think I'll take this. Should I? I think I'm gonna take this. Yeah, I can't control myself. This is really so juicy to me. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. I'm going to cover the 50% of this water block only, and yeah, I'm gonna take this, guys. Sorry, if it doesn't work, I have nothing to do. But my plan was to take the sale actually, but this is really too juicy to me, and I can't ignore this sale. Like this water block has been referred over here. I pray to the God that it doesn't fill my trade, because if it fill and it started to consolidate, I will be I'll start crying. Okay, so something like that. So I'll close some trade here. If it take me, I'll try to take some partial around that area, and I'm gonna take some partial over. I don't think so it will work. Okay, But yeah, it's too juicy to me. I can't like control myself if I see this type of things happens. Well, I need to see. This is very tough moment for me, okay, to avoid this type of setup. This is the 50%. I wanna see body doesn't need to close below this low. If it close, I'll simply close the trade. If the one body close below this line, I'll simply close the trade without hesitation. Because I know that this is juicy and I can't control myself. That's why I took this trade. This is the mean threshold of that order block. If I see a single body has closed below this line, I'm gonna close my trade without thinking twice and I'll wait for the selling opportunity. All I need to see, nobody to close below this mean threshold. Instead of that, it will come to the 6 on 8 level. So right now it is trading with this order block, which is over here. And my risk is too big actually here as well, like 37 handle risk. Man, so dramatic. If it close above this order block again, I'll start to move my stop loss. I'll just say if it close below this line without stopping me out, I'll close my trade. I'm taking too much pressure over here, guys. Too much pressure. Because this is too juicy to me. I can't ignore this type of trade. And most of the time, I end up with taking that trade. Like here, I was thinking, should I go? Should I go? Should I go? Should I go? Because I'm in live. So if it is a losing trade as well, everyone will start to yell at me. Oh man, what you are doing? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. But like this is what it is. Let me see if it provide me at least 1:1 partial. I'm not going to take the partial over here. I will try to take the partial here. But yeah, of course, I'll put my stop loss to the break even if it really reach until that area. I need to see the body close above this line. And I'm going to move my stop loss actually to the break even after taking this high over here. So my risk is gone right now. Now let's see if it can provide me at least 1:1. If I were trading this trade, I mean, I was really interested to take it. I should see if it can take me the partial. 37 handle risk, 37 handle partial. Absolutely good. My risk, I mean, stop loss is at the break even because, guys, I don't really want to take this risk, but I'm in live. That's why. Otherwise, I would hold this trade actually. I don't want to see this high to be broken. This is the best propulsion block in my life I've ever seen. So I don't want to see this high to be broken. At least the partial one is two. Okay. It has provided the partial. That's good. Not bad. But I'm not going to take the partial. I'm going to hold the trade until the 6 on 8 level. If it doesn't go over there and stop me out to the break even here, I'm good with that. Okay. Still, I will have one more opportunity to take the trade. I'll go for that. However, I'll try to take next partial to the most logical level, which is over here. And this is that area. Okay. One thing I will do actually, I'll take another partial to the top of this line above this candle. Okay. So I'll try to take one partial here, one partial there, and I will try to hold it until there. If it do that, good. If it doesn't, I'll get stopped out to the break even. I can't accept anybody to close below this line. Nobody should close below this line. I also got my unfilled gap over here. Okay. So I wanna see this gap to be unfilled until this gap. To be honest, it doesn't need to go over there. It can simply trade the 6 on 8 level and then can fall. But I wanna see this gap to be unfilled. If it feel left it open, I believe it will reach until this entry gap at least. So let's hope for the best. So far it is providing, I mean, jumping in between like 30 handle, 25 handle, something like that. I hope it will give me at least one partial. Okay. What else I'm going to do? I'm gonna make it three stop. So there. One, two, three. Let it go. I'm violating my own rules. I'm not taking the partial around 1:1. Instead of that, I'm taking a bit more risk. And I hope I'm right here and it will work. This is hoping, guys. Okay, this is not a confirmed trade. This is not an high probable trade. This is not something like that. It's kind of something, kind of your feelings. Okay, because this order block is so juicy to me. Like I can't ignore this order block over here. I can't ignore it. That's why I take it. Okay, it's not an high probable trade or something like I'm so much confident. Like here, that sell was I was so confident that it's going to work. It didn't work. That was a beautiful setup, to be honest. But this one is something like 50-50. Maybe it will work, maybe it's not going to work. But I have found all of this position here. I'm so much hopeful that it's going to work. So just I'm hopeful, okay? So it closed this gap 100%, this bearish gap. I wish the high will be taken at least. This low is not taken yet, okay? So I'm gonna put my stop loss just below this low. Okay, I got stopped out, guys. I didn't get my partial. Bad luck. No, no worries. Retest this order block, absolutely bullshit. That means it's going to break now everything. So I'll look for the sell now. I was first time I was afraid that maybe it will close this 100% the gap, then it will fall. That's why I put my stop loss just above this high. I mean, sorry, the partial level above this high. So if it really would love to do that, I'll get at least one partial. But actually, this is so precise. I didn't expect that is going to happen. Now I'm only interested to take the sell. So any short of selling opportunity, I'm gonna take that. I've already found the market structure shift. Any sort of bearish fair value gap, I'm gonna take the sell from that gap. If there is a bearish gap, no bearish gap, no sell. I can try this inverse gap entry as well, right? I didn't see this actually. I think I can try this inverse gap as well. What do you say, guys? Should I try the sell from this inverse gap? This is also good. Like tap here, take this high. This is also good. Should I try? If you say, I'll go for this trade. What do you say? Still, I have the opportunity. Okay, I can chase it a bit, but I can go for it. Wait for macro. Okay, that's also good. Wait for the macro. Okay, if you say me, I'll wait for that. Thanks for saving me this time. I think. Did I trail my stop loss too fast? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I trailed my stop loss a bit faster because this candle is the propulsion block. So it has traded the 50% of this candle. Maybe I trail my stop loss. Yeah, I trail my stop loss a bit early. Okay. Thank you, Chuk. Because of you, I didn't take the trade. I'm not going to take this re-entry opportunity again. I'm gonna let this go. Come on, man. It could simply take me this partial, then it could fall and stop me out. It could do that. Or tough. This is a stupid market, okay? To be honest. Thank you so much, James. I was just in a revenge trade. I agree with you, Rajiv. I mean, I was in a revenge. I was thinking to revenge that trade. Thank you so much for not to let me enter into that trade. Thank you so much, guys. Stop loss in profit is much better than break even. That is also cool. I mean, yeah, stop losses at like at profit is better than the take profit. I agree with you, brother. I was afraid that market will simply close this gap and then it will fall. So that's why I put one micro contract partial around that area. Even if it missed to trade this 6 on 8 level, it will touch this line. It has to touch it. Otherwise, it can simply fall. So I really interested to take one partial at least over here. And then if it touch here, that is the best case of scenario. I'll get two partial and then finally I'll try to hold it until that area. But I think my trailing stop loss was a bit early. I think this is the hourly candle came to this order block going higher. And yeah, I can't go against this. Man, come on. Hit both of my partial. I'm feeling so bad now. I took that risk, but my trailing stop loss was fast. I wanted to see this high to be traded, which has been already done over here, and then wanted to see it come here. Then the retracement, then the setup, fall. But this retracement, I should have been a bit, I mean, careful about that retracement until the 50%. Why the 50% is always take me? Sometimes the word block 50%, sometimes the propulsion block 50%. Why it always take me? However, guys, if this low is now shifted, I'm gonna take the sell without the macro, without everything. I'm gonna take the sell. This low should be shifted with a bearish gap. If it happens, I'm gonna take the sell. I need the low to be shifted. Why? The job is done. It doesn't need to come over. It's not obvious. Obvious is this 50% and 6 on 8 level. That is obvious. So if I now get the market structure shift, I'm gonna take the sell without waiting for anything. Now, do I have an higher time frame point of interest? Look at this. Yes, sir. I have the higher time frame point of interest as well. All I need a setup now so that I can take the sell. To reach entry gap. If it go over there, that is cool. But if I get the market structure shift now, man, no one can stop me. Market gave me an opportunity to mitigate my loss actually, but I didn't accept that because I was greedy. Okay. Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just don't do like this way. Shift the market faster. Oh man, am I going to miss this trade as well? because after the market structure shift, if there is no gap, what I will do? What I will do here if it doesn't give me any fair value gap? Had the plan, but if it doesn't provide me the setup and keep falling, oh man, I'm now going to cry. Should I chase it? How can I cover this breakaway gap? I can't do that. So what I can do instead, I can cover the 50% 6 on 8 level. So here, am I going to get the opportunity to enter? I got the market structure shift. I have done all the job, but now is it going to give me that opportunity to enter? 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, I'm in. Target is this sell side liquidity. I didn't cover this breakaway gap. I have just covered the 6 on 8 level of this leg over here. And I hope I'll be safe over there. Because the stop loss is too big. If I would love to cover that breakaway gap, here this gap, I'm not able to cover it. So I'm going to cover just the 6 on 8 level. So I'm going to remove it. And the 30 handle is going to be there. So I'm not going to take the partial here. I'll try to take the partial here. But if you are in this trade, make sure you are going to take some partial around there. If any of you are in this trade, okay? So try to take the partial around there. I will go for this if it provide me that. Again, if I get stopped out here, this is absolutely bad luck because I waited for everything and then I entered with the most logic. Oh man, fuck you. What a bullshit. This is really unbearable. Now please go to the breakaway gap so that I can take a bearish order block entry. Seriously? This is unbearable. That was one of the beautiful setup. I mean, market absolutely reached here. Logical level gave so beautiful market structure, immediate reaction. This low, which is liquidity, this gap, which is the last fair value gap, was so obvious to me. Now, this is unbearable. I should quit trading around this morning session. Do you think this is a bullish market? Because the hourly chart seems like very mystery to me. Is that a bullish market? Like this is actually the retracement. That retracement I needed. It came until this order block. Now it will go for this 1 minute liquidity. Is there anyone who's thinking like that way? To me, it doesn't have to go for this buy side again. At least not today. This is really a beautiful zone for this market to fall. So it's 11. I will tape read or paper trade. Mean markets today. The whole NQ revolved around semiconductors, so annoying. Stop loss hit fine for the morning at least. Don't want to risk profits. So this is my last trade sale, partial along the way if it works. Let me see actually how much did I take loss today. Oh man, this was unbearable. Is this bullish market? Any of you thinking like that way? Because maybe I'm missing something. To me, it's more obvious that for fall for this sell side liquidity and more importantly for go for this sell side liquidity, which is going to close this whole opening gap. But the hourly chart, it seems like this is the retracement. Tap to this order block, rejected from there. Now it will keep going higher for this buy side liquidity, maybe for a 1 minute chart or maybe for this buy side liquidity. How does it? Let me see actually how much did I take loss today. Ah, $300 by $50. How can take I one more risk? Who's thinking this is a bullish market? Means market today. Okay, first presented Fabulous Gap did his job. Okay. So don't you are thinking that this gap is holding the market and sending it higher. Nice observation, brother. It's a very nice observation. Look at 1 hour. Yeah, I was seeing that. That's why I was asking. Is there anyone who is thinking this is a bullish market? That market come here and then retrace to the order block. Now it is going higher for this buy side liquidity again. Is there anyone who is thinking like that way? Because after seeing this hourly candle, it seems like maybe it will go higher. But if you look at this 15-minute candle or 15-minute chart, it's a very obvious bearish market. Up this beautiful sell side liquidity over here, and if you look for this dealing range high to the low, this is the 50% zone of this dealing range. So until the 50%, around the 50%, this is the sell side liquidity. That specific dealing range have this beautiful sell side liquidity over here from the 50-minute chart, and it was just came here around that area, 50-minute last gap, then rejected from there or the order block, whatever is there. There was a gap, should follow one more time. I mean, these two or both of them are like high probability. But is there anyone who is thinking this is actually going to go higher? I'm not thinking about that yet, but is there anyone who is thinking this is going to happen? Let us trade long. Week fill and target 6 a.m. for our low. Jamil, from 4 hour M15 bullish structure is preserved. From 4 hour, okay, 4 hour. This is over a fake breakout. This gap has been broken here, and the very next candle is going to close below this gap or inside this gap. And from 4-hour chart, it didn't trade any sort of bullish PD array, not even the order block that has been validated here. So from 4-hour chart, seems like it's still bullish, but this candle is extremely bearish to me. From hourly chart, it seems like this order block is respecting, market will go higher again. From 15-minute chart, yeah, the bullish period is respecting. I agree with you, but still I have the bearish period, and the retracement is obvious until the 50% of this week at least. So it's bearish something like, let me see the 50-minute, 5-minute chart. Okay, so from 5-minute chart, it has already traded this gap, which is the entry gap, up this gap over here. From 5-minute chart, a beautiful market structure shift. If I look for this quadrant level from here low to the high, this is the 618 level that has already been traded. It's also good. From 1-minute chart, that was a beautiful trade, by the way. No, not work with ICT now. NQ don't work with ICT now. I'm saying like that way, man. Market will target lows. I was also thinking like that way, Murshad. ICT suspension block, bullish or bearish? Suspension bullish block or bearish block? Murshad, it's a bull trap. I'm not able to take the buy, but it seems like bullish from the hourly chart only. From the hourly chart, it seems like bullish. Nope, I'm looking for seller. Okay, you are also look for sell, don't you? I'm also thinking about sell. Hey Phoenix, look 9. What is 9? Look 9, look 9, look 9. Look 951 fair value gap. Look 951 fair value gap. That fair value gap? Are you asking that market will come over there and then fall? Sell may happen at 29,840. 840. Okay, from this gap, I will wait for the lunch hour as well. Okay, see, let's see. There is an entry gap. Oh man. Today I have found two beautiful 22 YT model. First one was over here, didn't work. Second one is over here. So beautiful 22 pair model. None of them worked. Shit, man. I'll quit trading around this morning session. I'll go back again, like either the PM session or the lunch hour, or maybe before the AM session, 7 AM kill zone, or the London session or the Asia session. But this New York session, AM session is killing me every day. Simply killing me. I was interested to take a sell that follows disaster. I wanted to take a buy. The setup was disaster. Then I found a sell. I mean, this water block entry is absolutely bullshit. Okay, please don't think about that water block entry. However, that sell was so beautiful to me. None of them worked. Oh man, now it seems like a bullish market, but it left a lot of sell side liquidity over there. Clean lows as well. Like this, relatively close, so clean, so clean. Okay, so brother Phoenix, you're talking about this gap. So let me actually mark this gap by avoiding this entry gap, even though this is not my inverse gap, but let's see. Yes, because volume profile shows very low volume and no trades. Oh, okay. So you watch the volume profile as well. So it's showing no trades. Maybe, Murshad. Yes, took high of the day. Mm, Yes, took high of the day. Yep, I can see it. It has taken the high of the day again. So maybe it will going to follow the yes. Paper trading now, but another sell setting up for me at the inverse gap. So from this gap, you guys are talking about this. Am I going to take this sell? Should I go for it? I'll go for one trade with your prediction, guys. Give me a sell setup. I wanna take that or the buy setup, whatever you feel. Share the sell or buy setup. I would love to go a setup with you guys. Okay. Yes, completely retraced and is above where it sold off. Yeah, I can see it. Like this high has already been taken. Like this high has already. Guys, I have this chart open so I can see what is happening in ES as well. Okay. So yeah, of course, I can see it with ES. Let's give me an idea. Okay. So should I go for a buy? Should I go for a sell? SMT with ES price is in a breaker block. Time to fall. Let's see. If you find a setup, please tell me that. Okay. 29840 reacting. 29840 around that area. It's reacting. Yeah, that's cool. If you find a setup, please share it with me. I want to go with your setup now. My setup is not working. I found two beautiful cell setup, none of them worked. In both of the case, if it fall now, if for example, if it fall now, market structure shift, fair value gap, stop me out, then boom. Market structure shift, fair value gap. It went up, then maybe boom. If it falls, okay, I'm not saying it is going to fall, but if it falls, then none of this bear model didn't work today. But if you find any setup, please share it with me. We had to buy from 15-minute bullish fair value and hold. Man, I tried to take the buy over here. Unfortunately, it didn't give me the opportunity. So I missed that buy over there. That was the best area to take the buy. And I have to confirm some partial here, some partial here, and until the entry gap or the breakaway gap, as long as I can hold it. But unfortunately, market didn't give me the opportunity. Then this water block entry is absolutely bullshit, which I actually framed. But it is what it is. Okay, wizard. Hey Jamie, how are you, man? Give me a setup, guys. Give me a setup, Jamie. But the way attack to it, we scared absolutely. Well. That follows really so scary. If you ask me, I really don't want to take any sort of buy. I really would love to take some sort of sell. But if you find any buy or sell, please let me know that. I wanna take anything you wanna set for me, frame for me. Let's see who can frame the setup. I need a model. Okay, I just simply can't push the button from a gap, and I have to make sure that my stop loss is around 30 to 35 handle. That's all. I took a week break for trading, and I back today in a very bad day. I'm also watching this low to be shifted another sell model. I'm thinking about that. Okay, but if you find any setup, please give me that. I went buy at 1027 fair value gap, got stopped at break even. 1027, 1027 fair value gap, 1027. Okay, so from this gap, you took the buy and got break even. Bad luck, brother. Absolutely bad luck. Yeah, that was absolutely unexpected. If it really wanted to go higher, it shouldn't fall like that way. However, guys, I'm thinking about a sell actually if this shift, market structure shift happened and there is a fair value gap. This is my thinking. But if you see any setup, give me that. I don't know this time also the 22 YT model will work or not, but I will try this one if it provide me that. In the meantime, if you find any setup, give me that. I need a setup from you guys. I'm looking for sell. Okay, Jamie, if you find the setup, give me that. NQ took too high. I expect it will fall. Give me the setup, Jesse. I need the setup. Tito, okay, Marbra, I missed your comment, brother. You just retracted the message. Looking for IOFED if we get a bearish fair value gap. You'll wait for the IOFED? I think you are going to get a bearish gap, even though that's a very small gap. Okay, we'll see. Your IOFED is gonna be my entry model, it's the entry fair value gap from the 22 YT model. So both of the cases we are good. I have this inverse gap as well. Okay, so there is a bearish gap. We'll see how it is going to work. No market structure shift, not thinking about any sort of sell. You know what is the gap called? Price is trading inside. I don't know. I think Phoenix told me to mark this one, so that's why I marked this one. I have no idea what is this gap. I mean, how they are going to use this gap. Some of you maybe will say this is the inverse gap, but it's not my inverse gap. I'm not interested to use this as an inverse gap. I just marked it because Phoenix told me to mark it as inverse gap. Have you, sir, resolved the load shedding problem? Your streaming are looking stable recently. No, it's still like that way, but fortunately, there is no load shedding right now. So don't remind me that, brother. Anytime there will be load shedding, I'll start to cry then. I've already, like, I need to go for a trade. Don't remind me about the load shedding, brother. Still, it's good actually. There is no load shedding. I'm happy. I mean, it should act as parallel gap as 951 BC. Okay, so he think that it is going to work as inverse gap, Marbra. But I really don't see look at this gap. It's kind of like not kind of a gap important to me. Like some of you can use it as a balanced price range. In that type of scenario, nobody should close above the 50% according to the balanced price range BPR. I don't use that BPR logic. That is the only logic I don't use inside the ICT concepts because it made you like it makes me so much confused. So man, I'm so confusing. This is so confusing. I have no idea when and how this BPR is going to react. Okay, that's why I don't use this BPR. But according to the BPR logic, nobody should close now above the CE of this gap, and it has to fall. Take some swing low. That has to be done from this gap without closing above the CE. Okay, this is how some people use the BPR or according to ICT. But I'm just not able to use this one. Sell at 851. So you took sell at 851, stop loss 865. 865. So what did you sell? 865. 865. Okay. So that is your sell. Your stop loss is sell at 851. Okay, 851. And stop loss. Okay, you already got stopped out. Uh, it's already stopping out. So I don't need to paper trade. Okay. As long as this is paper trade, man, you don't need to worry about that. Just let it go, man. I mean, you lose $100,000 with the paper trade, good. You win $100,000 from the paper trade, not good because it will tell you why I didn't trade through my live account or the able account. So losing money with the paper trade is absolutely perfect. He explained how to use BPR in 2025 Venom model. I didn't watch that Venom model a beautiful way. I mean, started to watch it 3 to 4 times until the 50% I watch it, and then I stopped watching that because it's so confusing to me. Now, please don't say it's so easy, man. Because it was confusing to me, I stopped watching that. Yeah, as I told you, I was telling you a story. Just give me a setup, brother. I really I'm interested to frame a sell or buy whatever it is, but I wanna go with your call. Okay, any of your call. Give me a beautiful call so that I can take that trade. Give me some setup. Frame a setup for me. Mm. Did you find any trade, guys? I will wait for bearish 22 YT model just like you, bro. Okay. Then you and me are helpless, brother, because today 22 YT model is not working. I don't know why. Two times it didn't work. Two beautiful setup, best setup didn't work. I mean, I'm going to get maybe another setup. I'm just going to mark it, but I just don't know it is going to work or not. Like this is a swing low, which is valid for shifting market structure. A beautiful market structure shift can happen with this low if there is a fair value gap, but I really don't know it is going to work or not. I have this clean sell side liquidity here. I have the sell side liquidity there. A lot of sell side liquidity market already came to the deep premium area. This is the deepest premium area. It doesn't need to simply keep going higher. So here was a beautiful setup, market structure shift, fair value gap. I just don't know. Is it going to work? I'm going to keep it here for now. Okay. And I'll just watch it if it provide the setup to me. And of course, I will try this one. Okay. So breakaway gap, and if there is an entry gap. Still, I didn't get the market structure shift. Tough moment. Still, this is not the market structure shift. If it was a market structure shift, I was able to take a sell from this gap. But as it is not the market structure shift, I'm not able to take this sell. Ah, man, come on. Let me check the NQ. Just a second, okay? Did I get the market structure shift? Come on, man. It has given me. It has given me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. Come on. Wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. 3 micro contract sell. Wait. Okay. It has already given the market structure shift. However, now in NQ also, MNQ also given me the market structure shift. Let's see if it takes me. I'm going to take this last opportunity, guys. I don't know it will work or not. Okay. I'm waiting for last fair value gap to take entry. So you want to wait until here. This is the last gap. Am I early, guys? Should I close it? I'm waiting for last gap to take entry. Take a sell if there is a missed and fair value gap now. Okay, I am trying this one. I mean, this is the gap actually after the market structure shift. Should I close it because some of you are waiting for this last gap? Or should I hold it? Uh, if it now doesn't work, I'm cool with that. I mean, buy stop. Okay, perfect. So I took 3 micro contract with a risk of 25 handle. We'll see. This is my last trade, man, from the 22 YT model for today. Let's hope for the best. So I'm going to take some partial to the top of this gap. I'll close two over there and I'll try to hold until there. Okay, perfect. This is also a beautiful setup. One thing is missing over here. I don't have any higher time frame point of interest. Market trade the upper quadrant of the dealing range. I'm still believing this is going to fall. There is another beautiful market structure shift, immediate reaction from the fair value gap. I'm just going to take this trade over here. Okay. So if it doesn't work, I will say, okay, today's market is not respecting the 22 IT model. And this is absolutely bad luck to me. Not taking a huge risk, like a small risk with a small stop loss. If it doesn't work, I will just say, okay, I surrender. And this time my stop loss is also exactly the best level is okay. So I think I'm going to get stopped out. Bad luck. Yeah, higher time frame was not present over there, but still, except the higher time frame, everything was good over there. I tried three trade today with the 322 YT model. None of them worked. I just can't kill the trade, okay? When the market is not working according to my understanding, I can't kill the trade. What happened actually when I kill the trade, by anyhow it started to work. It happened with me a lot of time. That's why I stopped killing the trade. Instead of that, if it gives me an opportunity, I either trail the trade, I mean stop loss, or I just simply get stopped out. Yeah, it didn't work. So today is a day where 322 YT model, none of them worked. One is here, one is here. Market structure shift. I was taking the inverse gap, but there was a 22 YT model as well. So this is the first trade. I'm just going to ignore this order block or these setups that even though they worked, but I don't want to add them because they are not so good. This is the second trade here, and this is the last trade. So three trade today, none of them worked. I think I get a stop out. Here somewhere, I don't remember actually where was that stop loss, but it was 25, 26 handle, something like that. Or 28 handle, I guess. So that was the first trade, didn't work. This is the second trade that didn't work. Covered the here, and this is the third trade that didn't work. I'm extremely in minus today. Extreme minus actually. I thought Friday is the hardest day for me, but today was like $473 loss. This is kind of like I don't know how to manage. Even I can't take any kind of trade around the lunch hour as well. Like yesterday, I had the loss of 340, so I tried one more time. Just try my luck. If it works, good. Otherwise, maybe I'll get another 50 or 60 and $60 loss. But today it's already $500 loss. So I won't be able to use my luck again today. None of them worked, guys. Man, accept it. Raman, Titu, as an elder brother from India to you, told you earlier to reduce smoking, you need to consider the wish, bro. I hope I would do that, brother. Man, I'm just struggling for nearly 16 years now to quit it, but like I'm not able to do that. Hamad, welcome, man. How are you? Today, three trade didn't work, man. And what a nice day for you to get entry, man. I took three losses today, and you were entered today, man. I don't like it. I liked it, man. That was a beautiful trade, actually. I mean, setup was good. Nothing was missing over there. That was the intermediate term low. That low has been shifted immediately. There was a beautiful fair value gap. Everything is good to me. Story. Ali Jali, another stop loss for us. Yeah, man. Three setup didn't work. None of them worked. I didn't gamble. I didn't just simply push the button. I waited for the setup. I waited for the execution. And when it worked, I mean, it tapped, I just take the trade. It didn't work, man. It simply didn't work. Oh, man. I have yesterday passed 100K eval account with Apex. Congratulations, Raman. Make sure your stop loss, I mean, your loss is limited. Okay. So when you will take the win, if any of you are interested about Lucid trading, please use the code T2 Wizard. You will get 40% discount for unlimited, unlimited trade. When you are going to win, you will just take a huge win, okay? But when you are going to take loss, make sure your loss is limited. My maximum loss is like like something like $350, but today it's kind of like $120 extra. So I am not going to risk anything over here today. I'll try it tomorrow again. I was very near to pass this account. I just needed $800, but today I also did some mistake over here. I didn't take the partial. I should have taken some partial over there. Okay. So to be honest, I also did some wrong over there. I should go for the 1:1 partial, which I didn't do. But either way, if you are not taking a huge loss, I think tomorrow is a better opportunity to mitigate the loss. And when it is out of your control, just let the market go. I tried 3 times today. None of them worked. So what should I do? Let it go. Because nothing is working today. So today's market is not the market for me. I'll be back tomorrow again. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Even though we have framed some losing trade today, expectation was so good, didn't give us the opportunity. If I got the opportunity here to take the entry from exactly here, man, that would mitigate all of my losses and I would be in profit. Unfortunately, I was not able to take this trade because market didn't provide the opportunity. So until here, which was 100 handle with 3 micro contract, taking some partial, at least 50% this area, first partial, second partial 6 on 8 level, wherever the 6 on 8 level was, and the third partial is this last entry fair value gap, which was here around that area. So 167 handle. I mitigated my loss. I got my profit. Everything was good. But unfortunately, the setup didn't work. Didn't happen over there. So I was just let this go. And eventually, I framed this trade. This is the first trade from this 22. Sorry, not 22 item model, from the inverse gap that didn't work. Yeah, I take this trade from this word block, but I told you guys, like, this is absolutely a gambling. Don't do that. It was something like the feelings. I was feeling that it is going to work. So I took this buy, even though it worked, but I denied to take the partial. So it reversed from there and stopped me out over there. Entry over there, just stopped out over there around the break even. I tried this sell from the 22 YT model. I took this sell from the 22 YT model. One, two, three. These three sell, none of them worked. And I'm gonna accept that. I came by sometimes, but I miss your old days when used to take just one or two good setup. Stop gambling, man. Why you saying this? Man, come on, this is not gambling. Okay, if you say this is gambling, I'll really get hurt. Market came here, which is a very logical level for reversing. Give me the market structure shift, fair value gap. Am I gambling? No, there is a setup. I took this sell, didn't work. Okay, this one, except this one. Then market came to this 15-minute gap, bearish gap, rejected so beautifully. Market structure shift, fair value gap. I took this sell, didn't work. Finally, this market come here, which is the upper quadrant level. Also, this in old gap, inverse gap. Some of you can say this inverse gap, and maybe some of you will not be agree with me. However, will not be agree because I'm not also agree with that. Give me market structure shift, fair value gap. Which setup you are saying that is gambling? Which one, man? Raman, today just with $250 profit in price action account. Congratulations, Raman. Jamie, I can use the last fair value gap as inverse fair value gap because we have buy side at the top. I wouldn't go for that. Actually, I would go for that. I didn't see this high and that high, the relatively equal highs. This market is giving me another 22 YT model. Come on, man. I'm not going to take this, but I'm just watching it, okay? I'm not taking this, guys. I'm just watching it. And now I'm not going to take it. Maybe it will work. I'm not taking this, okay? daily candle we have to think to buy or sell us wrong. You can say like that way, but there is another word, brother. You see this daily candle over here. I have already talked about that, Alizali. I think you are not over there. Look at this daily candle. This candle size, the candle size is almost same with the other candles, except this candle, that candle, and that candle. These four candle, they're a bit big. Okay, so this is rare, right? Comparing with other candles, this is rare. So this candle has already moved like other candles. So it has a high probability to retrace and then stay over here until the PM session, then come here again and close around that area by making the PO3. So if you ask me about the candle from the daily chart, I don't see any logic to take the buy. Instead of I should take the sell. Now this time I want to see this setup from 22 YT model, which is happening inside the lunch hour. So I want to see if it works or not. If it works here, I will start to trade the lunch hour, not the AM session anymore. If this works today, okay? Because yesterday I mitigated my loss and made up $700 yesterday by trading the lunch hour. The day before yesterday, the whole morning session, I was waiting for a trade, no trade. And if you guys remember, around the AM lunch hour, we found the beautiful setup, and that was a beautiful setup. Before that day, there was a beautiful setup inside the lunch hour. And today, if this setup works, to be honest, I will start trading inside the lunch hour from tomorrow around the morning session. I'm not going to touch anything over here. If this worked, even if it fall until this gap over here, from this fair value gap to that fair value gap, if it fall until here, I'm gonna trade from tomorrow the lunch hour. So this 50 handle, if it fall over here. So far, 322 YT model didn't work. One, two, three. All of them are so beautiful to me. This is the fourth 22 YT model, and let's see how it is going to work. With this daily candle, okay, our sell was wrong. Okay, the only sell that I'm going to take if the price clear the 1104 fair value gap, 1104 fair value gap. So I think you're talking about this gap. No, not that one. 1104. Okay, if it close below this, then you want to take the sell. That's cool. But yesterday doji, yeah, that is a doji candle. I know this is bullish now. We have already talked about that. I was just saying about the candle size. So today's candle is going to close here. Tomorrow's candle is going to close here. The third day candle is going to take this buy side liquidity. Now it is all only bullish because we have already talked about this low. Market can only take this sell side liquidity, this low, never be able to take this low. It should not be taken because otherwise this market will come here, which I'm not expecting before September, October, November. So it's not going to happen. It will keep going higher. Now it is extremely bullish. But before the market open around 9:30, market was already here. Already it was there. So it has already moved a lot. It doesn't need to keep going higher because if it keep going higher now, then this type of candle is going to happen. This type of candle is going to happen. Of course, it can do that, but I'm not expecting that is going to happen. So I need to see a normal candle over here. However, guys, if again, okay, if this setup worked until even this gap, which is the last gap, I will start trading the lunch hour from tomorrow for sure because lunch hour is more beautiful rather than the M session now these days. Though we'll see if this setup actually work over here. Team, that's suspension block at 1104. Okay, that is also a suspension block. Whatever bullish period it is, I want to see this market to come from here to here, which is inside the lunch hour. So inside the AM session, 22 YT model didn't work. Let's see if the lunch hour 22 YT model works or not. I'm not saying it is going to work. I'm not taking this trade because I'm already out of my limit. So I'm just watching it. Can it work or not? That's all. So difficult day for me to trade. Three setup didn't work. I never gamble. I never do anything, okay? Anything like that. Gambling. Okay, guys, I have to go. Okay, but I will watch this one. If it works, from tomorrow, I'm going to trade the lunch hour only. If it works, okay. So only lunch hour trade is valid. So I'm not going to take this trade because I'm already out of my limit. So I'll just watch it, and if it works from tomorrow, make sure we are trading only the lunch hour. Thank you so much for being over here. Yeah, one day can be wrong. Like I can be wrong in one day, but yeah, absolutely. Some days to be wrong is good. You have to learn how to walk away. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. See you tomorrow. Until then, cheers.